Hello and welcome to X-Crawl Infinite, a game with an always normal countdown that never makes me not understand what's happening. I am joined by 3 of our 5 players, one of whom is represented by a black square. Uh, how's everyone
We're
going?
not going to say who, though.
Yeah,
Uh,
you don't know who
for
that
you,
Not
is?
saying who.
it's an exercise to the viewer.
Yeah, you have to know us well enough to know whose voice that is. And they'll be in the correct window, presumably. How's everyone going?
Well, it's
We just
black,
Flush with
anyways.
victory.
So
Yeah.
we're doing a short session this week because we're at 2 people. But we just finished a rousing game of Seasons in which Charlie was ahead for 80% of the game in an unassailable position. So we've really just
Absolutely ridiculous.
3 of us have experienced a Sisyphean task,
All
of
of my methods were
staying
completely humane
for
and
like
reasonable.
into that game. Yeah,
Mhm.
Charlie's now on a watch list for crimes against humanity.
Yeah, right.
All right.
These are the
Uh,
only acceptable crimes.
So we find ourselves a couple of days after your uh, compelling victory in the Joliet jailbreak. Um, Duck, of course, has gone off to a private training thing in which he'll get media training and a bunch of other stuff with his personal sponsor, Endless Possibilities Incorporated. Milo has spread around to certainly Zeph at least what could only be described as the ramblings of conspiracy theorists on message boards about the
Uh-huh.
bad things that these people were doing.
Uh-huh.
But Milo seems to believe it, um, but has since gone off to meet the artisan weapon makers in the state to the east of Illinois, Indiana. I did it. So that leaves the 3 of you. And Zephyr, you wake up probably early morning in Mia's apartment. And you have collated all of you got a lot of emails yesterday about sponsorships, and you've like picked 6 or so that seemed both definitely legitimate and not trying to just. You got
Yeah.
like some offers that were
Worth
like,
looking
"Oh,
into.
we'll take 50% of your like a deal equivalent to what Elliot offered you." And then you also got some very, very small time ones like a single like shop bakery offering you like baked goods in exchange for wearing one of their patches, which you are welcome to explore, but it's better to explore that after you know what your major contract is
Mhm.
uh, with the sponsor, or if you have multiple. Um, what is your plan as you go through your list and you have to start getting back to people about uh, taking meetings? What is your plan for these meetings? Because they will come. They're like, well, we'll come to you. We'll come to Kiradale, but they don't have offices here.
Mhm.
Uh,
Um, I will of
But
course
you could be
ask,
discussing it with everybody.
ask everyone if they want to be there as well or if they want to do other things, that's fine. If there's any particular things that people want me to ask about regarding their particular skill set or their particular needs for crawls, I will happily put that in my to ask list.
Just for ease, all 3 of you are going to all of these because that's literally all we're doing.
Yeah.
This session.
yeah, that makes sense.
Milo and Duck don't respond to that unless they told you something in private that they need because they didn't tell me anything. So
I'm verbalizing it now so I can write it down as notes for me too.
yeah, fair
Uh,
enough.
Teddy is like sitting at the table across from you with like a full a full folder with like the brads in, and everything is like tucked in there, and it's like a WikiHow tutorial on like negotiating with people, and there are like it's a mess, and then there's like a page at the back where like they're just writing down specific words. Um, and they like when you ask, is there anything in particular that you're seeking? Teddy just like looks up at you with like full deer in headlight stare, the same way as like whenever we're going into that first interview, and it's like, I just I don't know about y'all, but my top priority is not getting screwed in whatever deal we make.
Of course.
So that's my ask.
I'm I mean, we don't really need gold that much, to be honest. So like equipment would be cool, but
Okay.
I'm doing this
Where
for
did the link for that
money.
shit?
So if we could get cash, that would be awesome.
Okay. So looking for a sponsor that will just give us some spending cash in
And-
addition to
Because
supporting us regularly.
we also like we have a lot of gold, right? Like we're buying equipment.
Yes.
We'll be okay. And the I feel like the runs are pretty generous. Like if you do well, like you're gonna get gold. There's only so much stuff to buy in like a given season. But if we get more cash, we could maybe do more runs, like do more crawls, because we'll be able to
Mhm.
like afford like,
Entrance
that.
fees and stuff.
Yeah, well, and like stuff like getting like the airship rental, if that's something that we can maybe do, and stuff like that, so we can travel to more places as the season goes on.
And
But maybe
like,
that's more of a future thing since we're still kind of early.
I mean, it's worth thinking about because like you don't have a job, right? And
No, like I'm okay
I kinda-
for like money right now. Like I'm
Oops.
not broke. We have like the
Yeah,
winnings.
we all have that 5K from the winnings.
Yeah, and I
Or
had
4K
some,
from
I had
winnings.
some, I had some
Yeah.
savings. It's not like I just quit.
But-
Still money.
Like, you're currently, Ron, just working with base armor, or are you like? Would you like to see if there's anything that we can get from a sponsor that would be more beneficial than your current plate?
Yeah, we didn't.
Okay.
I wanted to wait to actually like buy armor with gold until we did this in case I was
If
able
a
to
sponsor
get
is willing to.
plate mail sponsor.
Okay. Okay, let me just make that note then.
But I've kind of reserved my 10K
Right.
mentally for that in case.
Okay. So Ron
And, like-
potentially looking for plate sponsor.
I think it would be
If
an easier sell because I'm not going to get a shield sponsorship because I'm not going to get a better shield, right? So
yeah, and I'm not really going for.
Is your shield like? Do you have? Oh, because yours is like your background
yeah, it's an enchanted
shield thing. Okay,
property magic.
or magic.
And if it's possible, maybe these sponsors like patches or whatever. I don't mind like doing stuff outside of the crawl as part of like a sponsorship thing. Actually, like that might be really good for me. Probably we're too new to for our faces to matter at all yet. But I don't want to be like the face of a really stupid or a
Mhm.
really evil company. Because
Of course. No, that's always part of my initial. I've curated through the list that I got of emails, and
Oh, you
theoretically,
curated out the ones that you think are bad.
probably.
Make me a history check.
nice.
Okay. I am proficient.
Do you consider?
Oh, that's almost a crit. It's a 12.
Do you consider Endless Possibilities Incorporated, who did reach out to you, to be bad?
Trying to think. That's Duck's patron.
Yes. Who all you know about them in terms of bad is what Milo sent you, which again looked a little bit like a bunch of conspiracy theorists.
That would still make me hesitate.
Okay, if that would still make you hesitate, then you realistically, none of these 6 are businesses that you would want to work with. Like
Oh, okay.
every business that is looking to sponsor you and is not like this early on is kind of suspect in some ways. Like you
Okay.
got the stuff from Milo. The Crawlers Alliance is like sort of like the ex crawlers have put it together to like sponsor and bring up new people, but there's like a lot of negativity about the way that they kind of get people to join them as sponsors. Particularly like teams that maybe shouldn't be getting a sponsor yet. You guys have won 2 crawls, like you should be looking for a sponsor.
Mhm.
There's like Periox who like they sponsor people, but they've got a bad track record of sponsoring people that have probably not done the right stuff. Like all 6 of these are as suspect as Endless Possibilities Incorporated. Because you're not being sponsored by any charities or anything, right? You're being
Got it.
sponsored by
Okay.
companies that have the money to do it.
Yeah. Then in that case, then it's fine.
Yeah.
So in that case, we hear that
I will,
we're
I'll
stuck
let
with
you
evil.
re-roll. I'll let you re-roll specifically the history check for Endless Possibilities Incorporated, because you have had the time to kind of look it up a little bit
Yeah.
with Milo's resources.
Okay.
So you can re-roll that one.
Okay. Please be better. No.
Same as last time. Like you trust
Yeah.
Milo, so you think it's bad because Milo thinks it's bad, but like
Yeah.
ultimately
Ducks
most
and balls
businesses when
go.
you get to the top
Yeah.
section, they're like pretty dodgy.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So all 6 of them are a little bit like suspect, and if it comes down
Yeah.
to like between 1 and 2 for you, we can go into further like what that stuff is.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Okay. So Teddy's main concern is just that it's not like where you become the face of a super.
yeah, none of them are Luther Corp.
Yeah.
You know, like none of them
Yeah.
are Scorpio Tech from The Simpsons.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. I might see. I think what would be good for me. Like, I have my core stuff, but I don't really even use it. I could bought one.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I just
you
don't
know,
use.
or somebody has told you that you can get like rings that buff your
Yeah.
spellcasting and stuff like that. Like it is
Yeah.
possible. It's
So,
just not available in Division D. Also, 50,000 gold a season is heaps in Division D, but it's like not even that much once you get up
Yeah.
to Division C.
But that
Because even base
am
prices go
I
up.
am I crazy? I guess I am crazy. That we just keep that gold, or does that reset?
It resets at the start of every season, but if you made the jump from D to C midway through,
Yeah.
the gold would remain midway
Yeah,
through.
you keep it.
But it resets at
okay.
the start of every season. Which is why when you have full season sponsorships, they normally are gold forward. But you've managed to win
A
and
lot
then
of
get a
gold.
sponsorship from Frank,
Yeah.
like of no investment of your own. So like you guys are in a pretty good
Mhm.
position financially for that.
Yeah.
Mainly
Okay.
because Frank trusted in you guys to win. So definitely not an illegal sports bet.
Okay.
No, that's legal. You could do that. You can bet on yourself to win. You can't bet on yourself to lose.
You can't bet on yourself to do anything in Australia. Like you can't bet on a sport that you're involved in Australia. But Frank wasn't involved.
Might be true here as well. I don't know. I just assumed that you could. I know you can't bet on yourself to lose.
Yeah. So the most important question for me is where you're taking these meetings.
I think that there's probably like, I'm sure you can like book out meeting rooms somewhere in like a office building or something like that. So
Like
probably just do that. Like a
workspace.
WeWork. Yeah, WeWork
Yeah.
space or whatever the fuck it's called. Just book out a conference room
Sure.
there.
It's $30 an hour,
Great.
and you will presumably probably end up needing for 6 meetings 8 hours.
Great.
So somebody work out where that money's coming from. Zeph, you are shockingly cash poor at the moment for stuff like this because you're working out moving stuff out of your own money. You
Mhm.
could ask your parents if you needed to.
How
Do
how
we
much?
want to do the
How much do we?
240 bucks to do
240.
these?
Oh,
Yeah.
I here. Teddy's like immediately just like card, cash. I have a lot of roommates. It's fine.
I mean, we did also set
Yeah.
aside $5,000 for sponsor stuff,
Wow, you're
Oh, we
all
have-
so professional.
right over on the top, on the far right of the page. So,
Okay, cool.
because instead of taking, yeah. So let me just do it from there.
Well, no, hold on. That money in there currently is Hank's.
No, Hank
Oh.
said that he wasn't going to take the money for this one.
Oh, okay. Well then,
That's what I thought.
Sorry, I forgot that.
Yeah. Okay.
So he
Sure.
took.
And so
he took
as we have this
sorry, he took the 1,000 though. Yes.
Yeah, he took it from
first
the
one?
first one, but not from the second
Okay,
one.
so I'll put 1,000 in there from Hank that he took, and then the 240 from the meetings.
as
Yeah.
as like
That's-
that comes up,
yeah.
Teddy kind of like, is there a like? Should we be doing something for Hank? Like he fed us and all those. Like, is there like a gift that would make some kind of sense to give him?
Well, I mean, we did win. Like that, that boosts his prestige, I guess. But we could get something too.
Yeah.
It's like
Keep
it's
wearing
not
his
about
badge.
no, like
I
it's
think
not about
Hank. Yeah.
it's not about like the prestige or like giving him something back in terms of like a trade. It's just making sure he knows that we appreciated it, right? Like being
Yeah.
nice,
know
not
what to buy an adult man.
You are an adult
I know.
man.
I know. let me. I don't know what to buy an adult man who is not my father or myself.
I mean,
Ah,
alcohol, like good alcohol, not shit alcohol.
I mean, does he drink? I don't know. Maybe he's maybe he's on the wagon, and I don't want to give a.
We can find out though. Like that's like you have a conversation with the guy and like you figure it out. And
Sure.
I'm just gonna add that to my to-do list. And maybe just
you do that. That sounds like a great
yeah,
Teddy thing to do.
that works.
Great. So you're going to there's no way in teamwork, which is a like place where people work together. You get in that the room is pretty well set up. I mean, nobody's gonna walk in and be like, "This is their offices." People are gonna walk in. What?
he just went.
It's like I was thinking about. I'm like, what? There's no we in teamwork. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's not a good business.
But we're only paying 30 an hour. Great.
Not every business is good.
Fair.
Some of them are shit.
But hey,
Yeah,
this
so-
room rental's only $30 an hour, so we'll fucking take it.
Yeah. So the room is like, it looks very much like what you'd expect, not an interview kind of situation to look like, or a meeting space, but instead like a parole board, kind of thing. So you move the tables around so that they're like together as kind of a big square table, and you
Mhm.
put yourselves at like the far end, and then the other the people that come in from any given like company on the side next to you, so you can be as close as possible. So you're not even like a full square table, insane
Yeah.
amount away. There is a pot plant. Somebody roll me a d20.
Sorry,
for
you
the
mean
state
a
of this pot
potted plant?
Sure.
Or a pot
Sure.
plant, because
Is
that's
this
very
weed?
different.
There's weed in the room.
There is what
weed
we
in teamwork?
Australians would call a pot plant, which is to
Okay.
say a potted plant.
There's
Okay.
no we in teamwork,
Uh,
but there is weed in teamwork.
Yes.
Charlie, take anti-inspiration. I'm gonna make you roll with disadvantage at some
We're
point.
gonna lose a mojo point out the gate.
Yeah, you actually permanent negative mojo.
No.
No. So, 16. The plant which resides in a pot but is not a pot-based plant
Mhm.
is in very good condition. It seems like it gets watered frequently, which
Okay.
does elevate this space a little bit. Maddie, do you want to roll a d6 for which company is coming in first?
Yeah.
Roll a 5.
I rolled a 4.
You remember this email because it's one that came through like pretty quickly after you got off the interview with Goldmurray. This is from Hercules Entertainment Services, who are quite well known. Like they sponsor a lot of crawlers, they sponsor a lot of actors, they sponsor not actors, they sponsor a lot of like wrestlers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They sponsor like NASCAR type things. Anything that can wear a patch, they'll sponsor. They've recently got into the movie making business, but they have not been good movies. Like, they've done like a knockoff of Fast and the Furious, where they're just like in very heavily like everything is sold out basically. They're very like corporate get our brand logo out there to like chill other stuff. But before the first meeting comes in, you have included in your $30, you have a person that is operating as the receptionist of this place who will send them in for you.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know what kind of service that person's providing within $30. What are you all wearing for this meeting?
Ron will wear like what was his work clothes, so it's like a button down that's not quite not dressy enough to be a dress shirt, like a work button down with a pocket, and like some slacks that are like it's not like it's kind of ugly, like just very slightly ugly in terms of like there's sort of like a very very pale, like very pale mint green, and the slacks are like this gray brown. So it's like very loose and just like kind of whatever. Like it's very corporate, approachable kind of thing. But like if you saw this person in real life, you'd be like, oh, that person just got off work.
Okay. Zephyr.
Zephyr is wearing probably wearing like business attire, so some cute cropped pants and a little blazer and a cute blouse under the blazer. She just in her post graduating college, this is business wear.
How much did your outfit cost?
I would say it probably cost her $0 because her parents bought it.
Yeah.
But probably in total a couple $100.
Yeah, sure.
Because she got it.
While
fitted.
Ron's wearing a suit that could be thrifted. And Teddy, what are you wearing?
Teddy walked into this just wearing their crawl gear and like stopped and like looked back and forth between them. I was like, well, not early enough for me to go back, so I guess, and then just kind of like dressed, like adjusted that crawl gear to make it work. Looks a little fancier if it's skirted at the bottom.
Roll a d20.
Trying to like switching it into the skirt
For
conformation.
how well this thing is made. Yeah, it dresses up pretty well.
Yeah.
You don't look as business like ready as Zeph or Ron, but you do not significantly lower like the quality of not the quality of clothes, but like the status of this meeting.
Yeah.
A couple of minutes pass while you're getting everything ready, and then you hear a knock on the door. It's one of those like frosted glass doors, and the windows here are switch windows where you can switch them to frosted or have them clear, which you presumably have turned them to like the privacy like setting. But there's a knock on the door, and you see a human-ish height, broad-shouldered individual on the outside of the door.
I
Oh,
will
you
wave
open
them or
it.
welcome them in.
I will go
He,
grab that door.
He looks at you, Teddy, as you open the door and nods. He's a quite olive-skinned man. He's got a big, like, bushy beard and like quite flowy, curly hair that goes a little bit longer than yours does. He's wearing a suit, a tie, a like charcoal jacket, and charcoal pants and like dress shoes, and he's got a briefcase. And he walks in and goes, Helena's Heroes. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Marcus Tiras. I'm the representative from Hercules Entertainment Services. And he like kind of looks for a moment, seeing where you've set up the seats, and we'll go and sit there and say, well, I know your early growing legend precedes you as Aegis, Theodric, and Zephyr. You can call me Marcus. Would you prefer if I call you, for example, Miss Callis? Or
Zephyr is fine.
Teddy.
Ron. Just-
sure.
Be right back.
Okay,
Talk to you later.
right.
We're also team name change as well. So
Did we decide on above board? Did we decide on a name?
yeah, we did. Sorry, I don't want to get the
Can we
exact.
put it in the team channel so I remember what the fuck we're changing our name to?
I'm trying to remember if it was in official or on topic. Where did we say this? Horizon Seekers.
That's right. Okay.
Do you tell him that you're changing to Horizon Seekers?
Yes, I'm saying that to him. Like I'm saying, actually, we're undergoing a name change. Since we're done, since we're moving on from our initial sponsorship, and that was sort of there.
Horizon Seekers is a very compelling name, an ambitious name, and ambitious people need ambitious friends, and that's what we are at Hercules Entertainment Services. And he says, did you have some idea of what you were looking for in terms of a sponsorship deal? Are you looking for a total sponsor, like just one sponsor to rule them all? Are you looking for a small series of sponsors so we could do an equipment sponsorship for you? That's what we tend to do, but if you're looking for something bigger.
Well, at this time, I think we are most interested in potential equipment sponsors to kind of spread out our abilities of ways to do things and our liquidity for funds, both personal and team.
He nods, registers for a second. Make me a persuasion check.
Almost occurred again, but 14.
He nods and says, so you're looking for equipment and potentially a gold stipend for signing with a given sponsor. We certainly could do something along those lines for you. We'd probably consider that to be in the realm of the major partnership. And we'd offer you, thinks about it for a moment. He says, we could give you a $2,500 per player signing fee. We could furnish you with some equipment depending on what your needs are. We don't provide all equipment for all situations, but I'm sure we can come to some agreement for that. Then we'll give you a bonus based on performance, where if you come in the top 4 of a crawl, we'll give you an additional $2,500 each. Something like that, but we would require. He thinks about it. He goes, I'll roll for him.
Oh, you got that.
He
I can't guarantee I got it
says,
all.
I'll
Maddie-
double check it for you.
Maddie
Says,
got some.
What's up?
he says,
Oh,
we could
Charlie got
offer
it. That
you
was
that,
Charlie.
But,
It's just
we
as
could-
like anonymous.
we could offer that at the rate of 26%, I think, of any takings you make. We also do a sliding scale where we take more if you perform worse and less if you perform better, if you're confident in your skill. But that's a much higher risk one, because if we're taking 60% of your winnings in a lower bracket, it only takes a couple of times to fall into that bracket before you are becoming difficult to be solvent.
Of course. Sorry, I'm just writing things down.
What happens if we don't get takings on a tournament? We just full lose.
They pay out everywhere an amount, but it would depend on the tournament. You would tell us. You would get in touch with our. We have a sponsor liaison who would be assigned to you. You get in touch with them. You tell them which crawl you're looking to enter. They return to you with the amount that we will give you, where the positions we'll give you bonuses for, and the takings. But you either sign the sponsorship as a 26% flat sponsorship or a variable sponsorship.
What was the full name of this company again?
Hercules
something.
Entertainment
Hercules
Services.
Entertainment Services. You two can make Ron, actually, I'm not even going to let Teddy roll it. You can make a history check on this company if you like.
Go back.
What?
You
Me
got
as
to
well.
stop.
Looks like I'm misspelling.
God, nothing above a 10 yet.
Not you,
That's
Maddie.
annoying. Oh,
You already rolled on it.
Well,
Oh,
I
right,
read
right,
that.
Ron, they are a business. You've
They
seen
do
their
business
logo.
things. Yeah.
You've seen their logo on Xcrawl players.
So they are an X-Crawl business.
Oh,
they
they-
do.
Mhm.
They
Yeah,
do.
they
X-Crawl.
they're offering you a major sponsorship, which includes that they will brand your gear
Mhm.
with their patch in the most prominent place, which tends to be the right chest of
Mhm.
your thing. On shields, they'll glamour it on. So Ron on your shield, they'll glamour it onto the front of your shield. And then any capes you're wearing, any clothes, duck's hat, those kind of things. You'd still have space for smaller sponsors, but this would be a major sponsor deal.
I assume
What is the?
we'll do some of these meetings and then we can decide after that, Jack.
Yeah, unless they tell you
Okay.
specifically that you have to decide right now, which this guy isn't.
Ron, Teddy, do you have any further inquiries for Marcus?
So
I guess what kind of equipment do you typically
yeah. that's a good question.
sponsor for Xcrawl teams?
We tend to be based towards the melee kind of team. So we do armors, we do shields, we do weaponry, we do a little bit less ranged things. We do a lot of work with crossbow teams, things like that. I noticed that Milo uses crossbows, so that would be very good. Obviously, Duck is represented already, so we wouldn't be able to offer him anything. But yeah, we could do some equipment for Ron, some equipment for Teddy, Zephyr if you needed a staff upgrade. but we don't really do a lot of magically inclined
Mhm.
things.
Okay.
And we would work that out in the final like contracting.
Of course.
Normally, we would offer like each player something that would benefit them, not including Mr. Mallet, of course.
Of course.
Does their logo look decent? This is an above board question.
Let me check for you. Let me check if I have one ready. It looks like trying to decide which one to do. It looks like yeah, wrong place. I put it in off topic. It looks like this. It's a perfectly symmetrical kind of star, six-sided star with different colored dots in it that it's like the symbol of Hercules, basically.
Got it.
Not bad.
It's very pink and purple and
Mhm.
blue. Like that's the only thing. But he says, "Well, if you have no more questions, let me leave you with my business card." He leaves you a business card. It's just like Marcus Tyrrus.
Uh,
Great. think that's all the
Teddy will do the
questions I
same,
have.
like walk him out, hold the door for him, kind of thing.
Yeah, he says thank you for the meeting in Greek as he leaves as well. Like
Mhm.
they're a Greek
Yeah.
based company, which maybe was obvious from Hercules, but can you roll me another d6, Maddie, for who comes in next?
A 2.
Maybe the meeting takes a little bit less time than you scheduled it for, and you probably scheduled them like once every hour to go over stuff.
Mhm.
And about 5 minutes past the next hour, you see a shock of like yellow blonde, like that very blonde Reese Witherspoon style colored hair, like
Mhm.
legally blonde,
It's like that.
up in quite a high bun, like knocking on the door with like these crisp, very staccato knocks.
Come in.
The woman is much shorter than she looked because she's hovering on a disc that's kind of transporting her around. She's a gnome. She's probably a bit taller than average for a gnome, and she looks quite lean. Zephyr, you know that this is the Periox representative, and she kind of glides over, looks at the chair, thinks about it, sighs and reaches into her bag and pulls out like a small block that she puts down and presses, and it like raises the height of the chair so she can sit at the table and
Mhm.
not immediately feel like she's being looked down at.
Yep.
And then she sits and she says, uh, "Great to meet you, Zephyr. This is and she kind of looks and goes, "Your associates, I assume."
Yes, this is Ron and Teddy.
She nods and extends her hand to both of you across the table, which really makes you reach for it. And she says, "My name is Ariel. I am the representative from Periox, and we're interested in sponsoring you. If you did you know what kind of sponsorship you were looking for? I assume you answer the same way."
Mhm.
Yeah.
He says, "Well, we're not really in the equipment business. We take on more often the major sponsor role because we'll pay entries and travel and those kind of things. And we take it as a we are two parts of your team is essentially how we take the money. So for example, we pay for your entry into the next crawl, we pay for your travel to get there. You travel on Periox, which is a bus company that Periox owns. Like you'll travel by bus, but it'll be a private bus. We don't pay for accommodation. We're a major sponsor. And then if you win, because there are 5 of you in the team, we take 2 parts of 7 from the winning. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
But we don't tend to offer equipment. We require each of you to wear 1 patch in a dominant position, so right breast, on a hat, on a shield, on a cape, etc. But we're happy for you to work with other companies for the other sponsorship requirements you need, as long as we are considered your major sponsor. And Periox is like mostly a transport company.
Mm-hmm.
Is that for
What-
you?
What's the
Like,
full name again? Paradox Transport?
It's
just
Periox.
Just Paradox.
I have it
okay.
spelled probably not right.
IOX.
I did spell it right.
PERIOX.
That's how I spell
Yeah,
it as
Maddie,
well.
you
Right.
and I have similar name brain. I think it's well over time.
I think we do. Yeah.
I think it helps because it's like kind of.
Yes.
Okay, so prominent major sponsorship, prominent patch, entry travel fees.
Yeah.
2 parts of the team. Is that it? I'm
2
actually, as
sevenths
Ron, gonna
of
say.
winnings.
I'm
right?
gonna say. Is that everything? It seems a little less than what other offers have.
I mean, we've
Well-
only heard the one so far, but they cover all the. I mean,
Well, I'm not telling her that.
Yeah. This is above board.
I'm speaking as
Oh.
Ron to the lady.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Zephyr, I assume you to be savvy enough to not say, well,
I'm
we've actually only
playing
seen one.
hardball.
And we love your pitch.
Sorry. Yeah, this
Sure,
is me, Maddie, talking,
Ron,
not
make me whichever charisma check you like, including if for some reason it's your preference, intimidation. Because you are playing hardball, and I will consider that to be intimidation.
I'm gonna play. I feel like this is slightly more deception because we've only heard the one offer. So I'm trying to
Sure.
make it
I'm
seem
happy
like
I'm happy for it to be literally any of them. So deception works fine.
I have deception and persuasion, so it's the same. But
Yeah,
I want to roll
deception works
deception. I think it's a little bit.
I think it makes sense that Ron's like trying to obfuscate that.
Yeah.
So that's 17.
You can follow that up with an insight check.
Not that great at it. But I could just roll good.
We could just roll good.
You can tell that she sees through your deception immediately,
Okay.
but you don't think that she knows that you know that with your high enough insight roll.
Okay.
She says, well, simply we don't work in the industries to offer more than that. You'll find most sponsors offer within their industries, which is why we offer entry fees and the like. And transport. Transport can get very expensive if you're paying for 5 people
That's
to
true.
travel across the country. And you get a private bus, which will be you'll be furnished with a driver, so none of you have to drive. Obviously, it will be a tour bus. A Periox tour bus. I'm sure you've seen them.
Indeed.
Certainly, some of you have seen them. Zephyr, probably because you're more wealthy, but they do have the option for like double-decker Periox tour buses. So it does feel a little bit like a small apartment that you're like 5 of you would be living in.
Yeah.
If you were taking it for a long distance. She hasn't said anything about giving you plane tickets if it's across the country.
Right.
Also, Ron, you with your insight check, you suspect that there is some measure of haggling that you can do within these negotiations.
Yeah.
You don't have to be tied to a thing.
Just doing the math. So that's pretty similar. Like the the scale,
Like cost wise, yeah.
what they're taking is pretty similar.
Yeah.
Is what
To
I
what
mean.
Hercules is offering.
They're
Yeah.
phrasing it differently, but it's like a difference of 2%.
Yeah.
Is the way the math works. Well, minus the sliding scale.
And
What?
noticeably, the first guide did not offer paying entry or either.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's just a pure.
What are? And I guess I think Ron would have asked this, but Andrew didn't think of it. And this is maybe slightly above board. What are the like length terms? Is this like a season sponsorship in both cases? Like they are sponsoring us for the season?
Or is it considered like longer term?
Every offer they're offering you a till mid-season break, basically.
Mid-season, okay.
And then we could re-up at mid-season if we wanted to.
Yeah, you could
Okay.
find somebody else, or they could drop you. Like it's basically an endable thing at mid-season because it's your first time entering into a thing. Zeph, you would have done a bit of research on this, and that's pretty typical for Division D first sponsorships.
Okay.
Unless you're like a feeder team into a bigger team.
Good place to put this.
I would like to maybe push this person slightly. I'm gonna say, well, I mean, to be honest, this is my full-time job now. I know we're only in Division D, but we've won both of our first 2 crawls pretty decisively. So this is, I would think that we're worth a bit more than the average team. Not saying that you're low-balling us necessarily, but I feel like some kind of signing fee or perhaps a bonus based off of positioning would be appropriate.
I feel like you're trying to leverage your fame here, so you can roll a D100. You do have temporary fame still, so
How much is it?
the DC is lower. How much is your temporary fame? It's a hidden
Yeah.
number.
Oh, okay. So this is
Yeah,
just
we
the
don't get to
11
know.
from the team, yes?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you are rolling to try and get below 11 plus whatever the temporary fame is. Which I
Hidden
will tell.
number.
Yeah.
16.
Ooh.
She
16's pretty
she says,
good.
you know, you have been very impressive so far. So I can't offer you a signing bonus, but I could offer you in lieu of a signing bonus, I could offer you ownership of your team bus. So even if you don't continue with us after that, you will still have that as an asset either to sell off for dollars or to continue using at your leisure.
Kind of nods.
That's like a
Pretty good.
that's like a
those things are
$60,000
not
to
cheap.
$70,000 like
Yeah.
Like that's pretty sick. Yeah.
But also there's an implicit but you use it for the duration of our sponsorship. Like
Right. And
Yeah.
they also, there's a kind of implicit and even once the sponsorship ends, unless you sell it, it's still going to be a branded bus.
Yeah.
You could
she
paint
will
it.
tell you that they will brand it for your team.
Oh,
with,
okay.
It will be mostly branded for your team, but with their logos in there.
Yeah.
But yes, you did roll successfully underneath your fame value, which means you're going to lose some temporary fame.
That's pretty
did pretty
worth
well.
it.
That's pretty worth
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
We could
It's
also
a good
get out
spot
of
to
that.
get that fame.
It's a pretty good.
Yeah.
I think that's actually
good
makes
deal.
it like quite a good
A better deal
compared
then.
to the other one.
And like not having to, like having a driver might be really useful.
Yeah,
depending
that
on-
kind of saves us a lot.
You
I
can
don't know
also
if it does anything mechanically, but in game, that's I'm like, well, not having to drive sounds pretty nice, actually.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it does stop you having to drive, which is a day that is not downtime.
Or
right?
thinking about like distances, it opens up a lot of the map essentially.
Yeah.
Um, the first one, you know that they said they often do equipment sponsorship, so you could do an equipment sponsorship with this. You just have to renegotiate. They'd offer you a different deal.
Yeah.
But we could also
she,
do a minor sponsorship maybe for equipment.
With
yes?
the other, yeah.
Or is
Yeah.
that probably outside the realm of?
Oh no, this company that you're talking to now, Periox, is only offering major sponsorship. Like,
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't have
Yeah.
they don't
I
have a
meant
minor one.
with a
This is-
different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They're happy to do that, and you can do that. You could have sponsorships with all 6 of these companies if you want to be
Just
like a real
yeah, all
corporate,
minors.
covered.
like,
Yeah, or like
things
major
all over you.
Periox and then
Does that
minor
start to look
everyone
bad
else.
at a certain point?
A little bit. I would
It attracts
assume.
different type of fans. Some fans don't care about the about that, but there would be fans, particularly probably of Ron and Teddy, who are like into the tradition of X-Crawl and are like, well, these people are selling out like immediately, so we're not going to be as big fans.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there'd be a lot of kids that don't care about it because they can get like merch and stuff. Every decision you make has some
consequence to it.
some consequence, which is why it's fun to do this as an actual session.
Mhm.
She leaves a card. Roll
Excellent.
a d4 now, please, Maddie.
Or
Early this time, which is good because that took a little bit longer for you to hash out the details of like the bus and stuff. Early this time, a thunderous knock on the door sounds, and you see next to the person outside, the receptionist trying to like hold their arm to stop them knocking so heavily, and a
Love that.
truly gorgeous orc woman like walks in. She's in stilettos. Her calves are like arms. Not arms. Her calves are like
Oh, 'cause it's-
perfectly sculpted in this pencil skirt that she's wearing. She's got a very light purple like blouse on that really complements her quite dark green skin. She's wearing a blazer that's a little bit similar to the one that Zeph is wearing, and she just holds like a thing of paper. Like she's not holding she's not got a briefcase or anything. She's just holding like a stack of paper, and she's got a pen behind her ear, and she's wearing rimless glasses. And she walks over and says, this is a pleasure to meet you. I am the representative from Ballyho, which I'm sure you know because you set up this meeting." And she looks directly at you, Zeph, and she shakes your
Mhm.
hand, and then she looks at Teddy and Ron and says, "Theodric and Aegis, it is a pleasure to meet you both."
They
And
will
then she like looks
shake her
and
hand.
sits down. Both of you make me an athletics check.
I appreciate you not making me do that.
Well, she knows the clients.
19.
Did she give her name yet? Or would I have known her name from emailing with her?
No, they've all just said a representative.
Jesus.
Okay.
She
God.
you don't try and like do the like alpha male grip. And neither does Teddy, and neither does she. But you can tell that like she either
Strong.
could lift, like she could probably lift you, Ron, in your armor. Just from the handshake, you can tell that. And then she kind of looks around. She looks a little bit flustered, like she's been running around. And she sits down and says, "Sorry, my name is Antoinette. I've been a little bit rushed around. I wasn't meant to be the one coming to this meeting today, but my associate has fallen ill at the last moment, probably because of all the drinking he was doing late at night last night. Sorry, that's
Well,
unprofessional."
we appreciate you coming regardless, and please, if you need to, I probably would have brought like requested coffee or something in the room too. Like if have a coffee or water
Sure.
if you need it.
She nods and pours herself a water and takes a slow sip. And then says, "Well, okay. Ballyho, as you know, we're an elite sporting brand. we do normally we do like shoes, things like that. We do a lot of work within the basketball space and things, but we're trying to branch out into X-Crawl, and we wanted to join to work with you because you have Duck on your team, and while we know that he's sponsored by another company, he's kind of got that athlete style. So we're offering you an equipment sponsorship. We don't have the resources to do a major sponsorship for you, but we'd like an equipment one. But you would all be in very athletic looking clothes, really. We don't even have and they like show you the brand, and Ballyho's logo is, I will send it to you. Ballyho's logo is just like this rhino thing. I'll put it off topic instead of where I was going to put it. So it's kind of like the real world equivalent would be Reebok,
Mhm.
or like Adidas, even, who are just like, we
Yeah.
want you to look like your sports guys,
Yep.
and you'll be wearing our logo, but mainly it's to sell sport leisure like clothing.
Yeah.
And they said, so we'll provide you armor, any clothing that you need to wear, anything you need glamored and things like that, and you wear the patch.
And do you does this also include any percentage of winnings, or is this primarily just so you start branching into the X-Crawl space?
Just into the X-Crawl space. And we're also happy to do if you have a different equipment sponsor for like armor and weapons. We don't do weapons, obviously. If you have a different equipment sponsor, we're happy to do like a cloak. She just isn't run. And just generic clothings for the rest of you. It's not really an athlete's version of plate armor. So, but for the rest of you, you're reasonably unarmored. And it would fit with the Duck's aesthetic.
What?
Say, I guess I had also
Sports?
or I had previously been doing athletic clothing too.
Yeah.
It's just more
Right.
stylized now. So
Teddy, go.
What sports? Like, are we all gonna have to be a baseball team? Because to be honest, like
No,
the
no,
ice
it's
hockey and
it's more like not that kind of. And she like pulls up on her phone. No, she probably takes out from the sheet of paper some like prototype designs. It's basically like shorts, long
leisure wear.
pants, but like golf pants, polo neck t-shirts. Like probably the closest thing would be like what you'd wear to go play golf if you weren't dressed like a lunatic. Like just athlete clothing.
Yeah.
But it's very clear to everybody, maybe not Teddy. It's very clear to Ron and Zephyr that like their sponsorship would be with you to sell lines of clothing. So they'd put you in like
Yeah.
their newest lines, and
Yeah.
that's why they're not taking any cut of it, because they're offering you basically like in game terms
We're the models.
cosmetics. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're offering you cosmetics to wear.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
we can also
any-
provide you. We can also provide a small payment towards the hiring of a nutritionist if you are looking to fill out some of your staff.
Makes sense, as you are a sporting company, that it falls in line with your business goals. And
Yes, and very importantly, we don't care about any body changes or body shapes that your team has or gains. We are happy to clothe anybody. Zephyr, you remember that this
Mhm.
company also had a scandal with like that they had been like, you have to be size 4 and under to wear our clothes.
Jesus
Somebody said
Christ.
in a store.
uh-huh.
Like a clerk in a store said that to a customer.
And then it went viral, and they went, "Oh shit, shit."
Yeah.
Backtrack.
So they're like
Mhm.
they're very like,
How
oh, we'll
recently-
clothe anybody.
How recently was that?
Recently enough that it's like since you started crawling.
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously,
So, like,
like,
in the
we
last
put out a
6
company
athletes
statement.
come
Well,
in
of
all
course.
shapes And sizes.
Different sports require different body types, of course.
Exactly.
Well,
She
all right.
does not elaborate further.
Well, we will definitely be considering this as a potential sponsorship. I will get back to you once we have made our decisions. And hopefully you get a chance to have a rest today.
Oh, I truly will be rushed off my feet, but at least I'm getting a good calf workout, and she like flexes her calf, and it's like it does the like cartoon twinkle of like puppet calf.
Uh-huh.
And she like very gracefully walks out.
As soon as
Can
Teddy
you roll
closes
me
that
a D6?
door, they
Mhm.
turn to like the rest of them and they're like, okay, so she could bench press me like with what anyway. I don't
Very
really
strong.
want to be stuck wearing those clothes.
Thing that they
Is
have.
that
But again, this is also as a just to mid-season, so we could always end it after the first half of the season.
I'm just not really
not
sure.
renew.
We're not getting that much out of it.
No,
Because they're
but
not
it is a minor.
giving.
It is a minor sponsorship, which is
Yeah.
something to consider. As the other three have all been majors.
I just wonder if
They did. She did
that-
say specifically she can offer you armor, but also said if you have your own armor,
Yeah,
like or a different armor sponsorship, you don't need it.
but they're also
So really, she was offering you armor.
they're not offering. Are they offering plus armor, like masterwork armor, or?
You can assume that everybody that's offering you armor is offering better than base armor.
Base armor.
Uh, But you can probably assume that they are going to have better leather armor than they will have plate. So you might get just a +1 plate, whereas like they might have a +1 with a bonus to the other thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Hercules Entertainment will have more
variety.
Yeah.
And
I just feel like it seems a little bit more corporate.
It definitely is more corporate.
I'm slightly about. I want to make money, but like longevity isn't.
Yes, we are also new to the space, so we're still figuring things out. And if we end up not sticking with a sponsor long term, that's okay. But maybe we try to pick maybe one or two from this batch of potentials, maybe one major, one minor. But we'll see what these last three have to say.
I mean, at least the logo goes with basically everything.
It is a pretty neutral logo.
Roll me a D6, Maddie.
Two.
All right. You wait till probably 10 past the hour, 11 past the hour. You're like composing an email asking if you've got the time wrong or something like, well, whatever you want the email to say. Probably not have you got the time wrong because you can see it in the email you're responding to. When a person walks up and opens the door. Behind the door, you see a androgynous-looking person with white hair, like quite short white hair, in a very Annie Lennox-like back producted cut. Walks in wearing complete black and hands you a black business card that just says Vesta on it, with this logo, which is also now canonically their logo in the Infinite. So this is the precursor of what would become the Infinite.
No.
Nice.
It's Vesta, right? Not Vespa.
Yeah, Vesta, not a scooter company.
Just gotta.
And they say, "Good afternoon," whichever is appropriate. That's a Jack thing. They say, "Good afternoon." Good afternoon. My name is Link. I'm here representing Vesta, well, a sports division at least. And I was told to come meet with you about a potential sponsorship. Did you have a need in mind for your sponsors to fill, or would you like me to simply offer something.
We have a couple of main areas of interest. If they don't align with what you may offer, then we'd be happy to hear your more specifics. But we are particularly looking for equipment and potential help in um, covering entry fees and travel costs and things of that nature.
Make a persuasion check.
Pretty good this time. Above a 10. No, it's an 11.
The person had pulled out like a folder and had started to write stuff down, but when you said that, has like closed the folder and said, I believe there's been some misunderstanding. We offer sponsorships that we can include entry fee payment in our sponsorships, but we tend to offer sponsorships in the form of payment for support staff. So like we pay a coach's salary, something like that, and help you acquire a coach, things like that. Did they not allude to this in the email? The email said a lot about leadership.
I must have been would be my my fault, and I must have misinterpreted what the contents of the email were saying.
Ah, well, and she kind of looks and says, "Oh, I see. You're one of the team members of the crawl. I assumed you
Yes.
were that I'd been in contact with a manager or an agent. We don't do sponsorships through direct liaison with the team. We find that it's too difficult to find ourselves in legal situations that are a little bit iffy with the teams not fully understanding their contracts." And she like closes her book and goes to stand up.
Well, I appreciate your candor. I do have full or full training on this, as we are not currently having a manager for the team. But thank you for your time, regardless.
Sure. She nods and says, "Well, my hands are tied by our policy, but
course.
good luck with everything." And she kind of gives you a once over. We'll roll. Yeah, she just gives you once over and like nods to Teddy and Ron and just like steps out. I said she every time then. That was a non-binary person that I just for some reason decided to say she for.
Jenny's like looking at both of you in the "what the fuck just happened" way.
I just shrug.
Like- Even before they're gone, Teddy's like,
I think that
All
just.
right. Well,
I
that's
mean,
easy.
I think that
Easy
shows
out.
that they weren't paying very much attention to us either. Because like,
No.
if they had looked into it, they would have realized that Zeph was
Their company filters are not good enough, clearly.
the team.
Sure. Ron, you don't know this, so don't worry about it.
But
Zephyr could have legal training as opposed to 2 weeks of hanging out with
Mhm.
X-Crawl stuff training.
Ron will also say that we're probably going to run into that problem more if we go further with this. So eventually, we probably
Maybe that can be kind of a mid-season goal, is to look for a manager, or maybe someone will reach out to us as we continue to do more crawls.
I mean, is it that
roll-
weird to not have a manager when you're just starting out in Division D?
No, but
I know
that's
based
what
on
I'm
my training,
saying. I feel like they probably didn't look into us very much. Was
Yeah.
the vibe I got.
That is my understanding as well, Ron. But that's all right. If they didn't look into
Or
us, then we
maybe
didn't need to
because
work with them.
we
if
already
any of
have a
you were friends with
sponsorship.
other team members, you could ask people from another team that question. But Duck is the one that has been making those.
Yeah, I'm like, that's Duck.
connections.
I don't know. Carolina.
You can
Like-
message Duck and ask Duck, and I will give you the answer because I assume Duck's not withholding information.
Yeah, that meeting did not take very long, so Zephyr will
Well,
message in our group chat asking if Duck's friends and other teams have managers, or if they are also just the teams themselves for now.
and also they were like late, so
They were also very late, and that is
Kinda
rude.
weird.
Even though we are new to the scene, it's still unprofessional. So we didn't want to work
like,
with
it'd
them
be one thing
anyway.
if they'd said something about it.
Yeah, they did
Uh,
not even acknowledge that they were late. That is true. More professional, unprofessional.
Duck Duck takes a little bit of time to message back, but this is the middle of your day. It's probably around when Duck is like getting a break and has access to his phone again. And he says, "I just sent around a quick message, and yeah, like totally. This is how Duck texts as well. It's the same way they talk. Yeah, totally. Most teams do have managers because it's easy to deal with, and the managers like know the standard, like that you'd be expecting. But it's totally cool that we don't. We're like a little indie underground team, right? Us against the world. You guys are doing great, by the way.
Us against the world. That's right, Doug. Thanks. Okay, so maybe we make getting a manager sooner after sponsorships. We start looking into
Well,
managers.
but
then.
at the same time, once we have sponsorships, do we need a manager that much? Like in
I
the
mean,
short term.
In the short term,
mean-
probably not, depending on the sponsorship we end up taking. But it also wouldn't hurt just in case a sponsor wants to change the deal.
What
the
about we get all the information from these people and we like figure out which ones we like and why, and that's like how we ask, like how we choose our manager is like we
Here's
go
the
run over
thing
the
too.
deals with them and say
Like,
ask what they would do or say to the sponsor people.
Can I make a? Can I? This might be an X-Crawl lore thing, but I want. Ron is wondering if we hold out on getting a manager until we're more famous, is that going to make it easier to get a better manager who will have like connections versus like right now? Yeah, they probably have managers, but like you know,
may not
do they
have the. I mean, maybe
I'm
get
thinking
Bound
of,
Barrel more than
doing like
top
a
tier.
The more
Hollywood-
famous you are,
a
Yeah.
Hollywood
the more famous
comparison.
you are, the better an agent you will get, or better a manager. They're separate.
Right.
A better a manager you will get, the more famous you are. So if you do hold up, your first manager will be better.
Okay. And because that's going to be like a contract thing as well, right? They're going to be locked into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, and almost always, I think you just know that that managers everywhere just take a percentage from the person they're representing.
Yeah.
So,
I think like right now, again, I don't want to be spending a lot of our winnings on upkeep. So
No,
if
of
we
course.
can run lean and maybe get more cash on the back end.
Yeah, I'm saying we don't maybe we figure out our sponsorship for now. We reevaluate manager needs mid-season once we've gotten a few more crawls under our belt and where we're
Yeah,
at with
okay.
those.
Yeah,
you will
I'm for
need,
that.
no matter what, if I can find this thing, apparently I can't. You will, no matter what, need a lawyer
Yes.
because they need to look at the contract. So you'll need
Mhm.
to find a lawyer no matter what. We'll add that to the list of team stuff. But they're very like, you pay them per hour and you'll often not use them for
Right.
ages and you just pay them a retainer every year.
Yeah.
Roll me a D2 or a D6 or anything that you like because I'm just going to use odds and evens.
For fun. That was my thing to do, Andrew.
Sorry.
But I was also going to do a D100, so it's
I
fine.
didn't hear Maddie specifically.
All right. You hear a quite, not timid, but a quite generic knocking on the door, and a man walks in that looks kind of like if you were doing a sketch artist depiction of Ron, but like hadn't really seen Ron, which is to say he looked like a generic man.
Mhm.
He looks shockingly like Jason Bateman, actually.
Ah.
In that I would cast Jason Bateman as this role.
Yeah.
If it came down to it. And he's like, he walks over and says, "Oh, it's hello. I'm Ralph, Ralph Kensington. I'm from Endless Possibilities Incorporated." And he hands you a little card that has like a digital screen on it, and across the screen it like flashes like his face, his like number, his email address, his receptionist's number, his assistant's number. Like,
Yeah, geez Louise.
like he just has so many like people that are responding directly to him that you could get into contact with.
Mhm.
And he says, Rock told me to to contact you after he met with Sawyer Mallard, I believe, the other day, and
Yes.
here I am to offer you a sponsorship deal with Endless Possibilities Incorporated. I'm going to say EPI from now on. A little bit easier.
Understood.
We're offering entry fees, equipment, any hotel requirements, things like that. We will also pay for any physiotherapists that you hire onto your staff. And we want a 40% taking of all winnings.
Sorry.
40%?
So that would that be gold and I assume just the cash, not the gold, because the gold is weird.
He
that's not something that they
means
can
he
use.
means both.
He means both.
Uh,
Okay.
They
It-
all mean both, right?
In a way that, like, no, the others would have specified that they only care about dollars. He said all winnings.
So, and that was entry fees, hotels,
Entry fees,
and
hotel accommodations, equipment, and any hiring of a physiotherapist that we might have.
Yeah, if
Any
you want to
PP.
get a physiotherapist for staff on your staff, they'll pay for the duration of the sponsorship.
Yeah. So Hercules and Periox were both their takings was just from cash, not from gold.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just make that as a note.
I tried to make sure they said dollars, but I could have missed that. With,
I may also just
and
didn't write it
cents
down.
in some of them. Also, you
Um,
wouldn't have been knowing to note the difference between the two.
What
Whoops.
are you asking from us for this?
In return for this. Yes.
Oh, 40% of all
That's
winnings.
it. We don't. What about you? Don't
And
want
no
us to wear
patches,
patches
no
or
Oh, no, sorry, of
promotional
course, patches. I
things.
just assumed that was went without saying, but I shouldn't have.
Major
It's my mistake.
prominent
I,
location for the patch, I assume then, with all of this.
Yes, typically we would operate as the sole sponsor. We'd be happy to
Got
vet
it.
small business sponsorships and things like that. We wouldn't want you to be taking sponsorships with other major companies. It would depend on the sponsorship, though.
Do you have a particular equipment area that you tend to lean
No,
towards
we.
the most?
You may.
You are
know this,
EPI, so I
perhaps.
assume all of it. But
Yes, yes, we dabble in all areas, and we can provide certainly Division D capable equipment for any role that you need. We'd probably, with the sponsorship, we'd settle at one item per member, including Duck, of course, as he is part of your group.
would how would
and part
this
in our stable.
sponsorship conflict or be additive to Duck's current contract or Sawyer's with
We
this
would
company?
include Duck in all of his current existing responsibilities and benefits, plus all of the ones included in this contract, which I can assure you no other company will offer because it would be encroaching on our contract with Mr. Mallard.
And just to be clear, if we choose a different company, Sawyer's contract would remain as is, would not be affected by the team choosing a different sponsorship, if that is the
Yes.
case.
And within his contract, he is more than allowed to wear other teams' patches and things like that. We don't have a major
Exclusivity
sponsorship
contract.
deal with Duck. Yes.
Okay. Understood.
What about travel fees? You mentioned hotel.
She looks at you for a moment. Well, we own a chain of hotels. We're not in the transport business, so you would be staying always at the.
Let's see.
I'm thinking of a fake hotel name. The
The Bilton.
no, that's
Okay,
too close. The Hallett chain, which is equivalent to the Marriott here. Like they're nice hotels.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah, it's like 4.5 stars.
It's not the
5
Four
stars.
Seasons or something. We're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not at
Yeah.
the Ritz.
I'm sure you understand. While you are very successful, you're a Division D team. We wouldn't really be offering
course.
a Division D sponsorship at all, but for Ducks association with you and Rocks.
If I'm just slightly curious, why? What do you do with the gold that you take from the points? Redistribute that.
Make a persuasion check.
They owned by a dragon. That would be hilarious.
That would
Well,
be
it's
hilarious.
coupons.
Yeah. But he's like, but the thought of having gold, quote unquote, just like to watch the numbers go up. Yeah.
Okay.
Clinched it.
He says,
Lets it slip on accident.
yeah, he does. He's like, well, in reality, it's to keep you less able to purchase equipment on your own.
Wow.
And
Okay.
therefore move out of the thing. But officially, it's to. And also, he's quite charming, so you do wonder whether or not he dropped this by accident or
Or purposefully.
because he's trying to ingratiate himself to you. But officially, it's because we like shuffle it into like grassroots extra, which of course is your division.
Um,
But we're providing
I
all your
insight-
equipment anyway, so you shouldn't really need that. Yes, you can inside that.
yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, to
I'm
be
not gonna
fair,
try.
we don't need gold as much, but
Yes, he let that slip, and it is true that the reason that they take a gold as well is mainly to keep you as beholden to their team as possible.
Yeah, but I pick up
So
on
that's
the like it was a
sponsorship
slip. My interpretation is that he slipped and wasn't going to say that.
Oh no, I'll roll to see
Okay.
if you note that. No, you think that it was charming. You're like,
Okay.
oh, he was like doing us a favor. He's like being open with us when he doesn't have to.
Okay.
He's charming in a Jason Bateman kind of way as well.
Yeah.
I'm not doing a Jason Bateman voice, but he's pretty much Jason Bateman.
All right. I don't think I have any further questions. Ron, Teddy?
what is so he's offering like a subsidy. I'm asking this slightly above board. He's offering us a subsidy for a physiotherapist. What like is this like most of their salary, or is this like
He will pay the entirety of a physiotherapist's salary to be traveling with you and like being
paying
on your
for a
staff. You'd have to pay for them to
physiotherapist?
travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paying for a PT.
For the duration
whenever
of
we
the
get it.
thing, you would go. It's not even only when you get injured. It's like you would go and hire a permanent physiotherapist
Mhm.
because they're invested
Got
in
it.
you guys always competing as frequently as possible.
That makes sense.
Uh,
I just want to
so
clarify.
like it's 40% of all winnings, but like, what happens if we like lose a few?
We won't renew your sponsorship in the mid-season break.
Seems fair.
Like, realistically, the entry fees for Division D are a drop in the ocean for like what we're normally paying for these kind of things.
You
You
probably
could
would
consider
rather
yourself as speculative.
farm us.
Yeah, in the best case scenario, we have a good relationship that goes for a long time until you are champions of Division A Expo.
Of course.
I don't think I.
Above board, did anybody bring up the fact that we already have a minor sponsorship?
Well, Frank
We
doesn't
don't.
ask us to.
Frank, yeah.
Or
We have
yeah,
one.
Frank. We have a patch. It's a minor patch.
Yeah.
It seemed like this guy was fine with like small business.
Yeah.
sponsorship.
Yeah.
like just not a big competitor.
Frank is
Which would
essentially a
be
local
everybody
business.
else's.
Yeah.
And it is also that is a one-time thing, I imagine. He gave us that seed gold.
No, you wear the patch all season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
It's
he's
like-
not gonna. We're probably not gonna renew that sponsorship at next season.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, we could
Yeah.
he could just keep making a fuck ton of money off of us. But I presume
Yeah, he
that the betting
You're
odds
not
are
going to be
down.
as long odds ever
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He says, "Well, if you don't have any questions for me, I'll be on my way."
Very well. Thank you
Understand.
for your time today.
Are you
Hope
owned
you
by a
love living with
dragon?
us.
And says, "I know."
I'm joking. That was a joke.
Nobody wanted to insight that. He leaves. Says,
Listen, I have to like fucking crit on insight to make it worth it. So
So we don't really
Uh,
have a good insight.
When
Like
Milo's
Teddy's
not here, so-
okay.
when Milo's not here, we don't have good
We need
insight on
better
people.
bullshit detector.
Yeah.
That's why we pay for a manager. Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly. These
Next.
people are rolling with +11s and stuff for a reason. They are experts in their field, and you are just people.
Yeah.
Finally, you hear a knock on the door, but you just see the tuft of hair. It's actually pulled up in. Well, you've all played Claire Obscure. It looks kind of like a gestural, like head.
Yeah.
Delightful.
And
Lovely.
Teddy, as you go over to open the door, behind it you see a red-headed dwarf. The hair's pulled up, but it like kind of is shaved until it gets to the beard when it's braided in this like intricate braid.
There's
Uh,
that moment where like Teddy is like looking just below the hairline to like find the eyes, and then has to like progressively look further down as they open up the door and greet.
Hello, welcome.
Gonna quickly see how
Thank
he
you for
notices
meeting with
that.
us.
He squints a little bit at Teddy and says, yes, of course. I am
Take care, man.
he, like looks back up at you and says, "Thank you. It is a gift from my parents." And he walks over, sits down. He doesn't care that he's slower because his hair sits high enough that it kind of makes up for it. And he says, "I am from the Crawlers Alliance. I'm sure you've heard of us.
Yes.
I did not come with an offer of a particular thing. You tell me what you need, and we'll come up with something together. We'd like our bespoke little sponsorships."
Did I get your name? Sorry, I don't believe we got your name.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My name is Dario Stoneblock.
Pleasure to meet you, Dario.
And you,
Um,
Miss Gallus.
Well, I guess the question that I have for you then is what kind of things does the Crawl division up and coming Division D teams?
We tend to want to start with getting your staff going. We like to get you on board with some coaches. I'm sure you know this, but you tend to need a coach, a cook, a nutritionist, sports psychologists are good, a manager, individual agents. There should be a PR specialist eventually, physiotherapists. You need a lawyer, along with all of the other like less
Mhm.
everyday kind of things. We like to get you started with that. We also will pay your entry fees. We don't pay travel. We don't pay hotels. We're comfortable that whoever we sponsor can work those things out for yourself. You're all adults. I think. I don't
Yes.
remember if Duck is an adult. Yes? Okay. You're
Yeah,
all
Duck is.
adults. Great. It wouldn't matter if he wasn't. Just I'd trust the four of you to handle it. But yeah, so we give you access to the Crawlers Alliance network of all of the different support staff. We give you a free meeting with support staff, so you don't have to pay if they have a meeting fee. Some of them do, but none of the ones on our books do. We give you a 30% towards any staff purchase you make, as well as paying your entry fees. You wear our patches, and we take 25% of any winnings. We don't do a sliding scale. We just take 25. You can also, of course, have other sponsorships and things. We don't even need you to really wear a patch. Ideally, you will, but it's not a deal breaker if you choose to not wear a patch. But when you go into crawls, on the coverage of the crawls, you will have your how do you say all of your names and your entrances and things, and when they talk about your stats, will be sponsored by Crawlers Alliance. So we're getting coverage sponsorship there.
Okay, hold on. You said a lot of things I'm trying to write down. What was the 20? What was the after the 30% towards hiring people
25% of our winnings is what they're asking
of
for.
winnings?
It's winnings.
Dollars.
Cash
They don't
base.
care about their gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, like
Okay, 25% of cash winnings. I just want to make sure I have everything else written down right. So, if we get them as a sponsor, they'll pay entry fees. We get
Yes.
access to their network of people for hiring as part of our team. If there's someone who has meeting costs, they will pay for that, and they will. If we want to hire somebody, they will pay 30% of that hiring cost.
Of the salary for the duration of the sponsorship.
Thank you for that clarification.
Yeah,
Okay.
so if somebody's charging you, if you're getting a coach and that coach is 2,500 gold, $2,500 a month, they'll pay 30% of it.
Cool.
Which is to say, it would be 2,400 gold a month. So I could easily tell you that they'd pay 800 of it.
Yeah.
Like they'll pay 33%. They'll pay.
Mhm. Okay.
Oh, a third.
And then 25% of cash winnings. And then what were you saying after that?
That it was dollars, not.
No, after. And then what was after that? After
We have to
that?
wear
Oh, and then the
the-
entrance is sponsored by.
Their sponsorship is like more coverage side. Like if you have the room to wear a patch, they'd prefer you to wear a patch, but they get a coverage side sponsorship. So
like when they
your highlights would be brought to you by Crawlers Alliance instead of like whoever the coverage sponsorship is. Which I think Ron and Zeph, you know that like it would upset the like media side of X-Crawl a little bit.
Mhm.
To take
But
that
it's
deal.
not a thing it's not the most uncommon of things to have that be.
Yeah, that one
No, it's not
the
uncommon.
Medusa had
Yeah.
one of these, right?
No, the
No, I think it wasn't it
the
fall?
Etten. No,
Yeah,
Oh
yes,
no,
the end.
yeah.
The end,
Torgen.
the
Who was
Etten
it?
was
Torgen Grot.
sponsored by Valkyrie Prime, Valkyrie Pattern.
Yeah, so that was a similar thing where it's not uncommon, it's just media's like
Yeah.
our show.
Well, they are strictly speaking ducks. Like duck is like their sponsorship.
So,
yes.
I think this is a history check, probably. I just want to know, like, what is the Crawler Alliance's deal? They're like a union of teams.
I'm going to tell you
or-
right now that they are quite like a union, except I'm not using the word union because of the trauma of one of our players.
Sure, they're yes.
They're an
They're,
alliance of like-minded people that used to be involved in.
What's the other word when you like all own a store collectively?
oh, co-op.
A
Like a
co-op.
co-op.
Collective, yeah.
Collective.
Yeah. But yes, you can make a history check. Not Zeph, you made yours already.
All good.
16.
That looks like a 20 on my screen, but
It flipped
Just sat
over.
there.
14.
Yeah, you have heard stories of them like trying to strong arm people into sponsorships with them. But like it doesn't seem like this is what's happening here. He seems very open to you making the choices you like. It's certainly they care about the entire industry of X-Crawl more than any other like big sponsor.
Right.
Because they are offering a way to get like other people employed outside the core teams as part of their sponsorship.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. That makes sense. Yes. That makes sense. Because
So
presumably,
that's like their angle for this, because
like,
And
Yeah.
they've like, and if they have a network of people, then it's like this is people that they have vetted themselves to for the benefit of X
that makes
crawlers and
sense.
blah,
That
blah,
makes
blah.
sense.
I will say with the 16, you think that going with this group, if you did start hiring support staff, you'd have access to a higher quality of support staff
Mhm.
earlier,
Because they're vetted.
but not super like massively better. It might be like a +1 here and there to their stats over the course of your working with them.
So would this be considered? I guess I'll ask him this. Would you be considering yourselves as a major sponsor or a minor sponsor? In terms of how many other sponsors we would be able to work with.
We would be considering ourselves a major sponsor in the same way that for every major sponsor, it would be in your contract that they have veto rights for further sponsorship. So, for example, if you wanted to work with, and he thinks about it for a second, he thinks about it for a second and is like, if you wanted to work with the Everest company, for example, which is a made up company I use for this hypothetical.
Mhm.
And we didn't like the Everest company, we would have the right to veto.
Understood.
But that is true of all major sponsorships. If
Right.
it's just the nature of the business.
Very well. Ron, Teddy, any other questions?
Yeah. I think Ron like pushed the one that he thought seemed like pushable, and the other ones he's like,
Yeah.
that sounds sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
he just gives you that that usual shrug.
All right.
Well,
Well.
it was a pleasure to meet you. He gives you a card that is like, it says at the bottom like former Division B X-Crawl like flex player. So you're like, his pedigree.
Mhm.
And he's like, feel free to give me a call at any time. Well, within business hours, obviously.
Of course.
And good luck with your future if you do not get back to us. He like shakes everybody's hand and heads out the door. Teddy, you got a message at some point during that meeting. Did you wait till the end of the meeting to look at it?
Uh, whenever that person is talking to us, does it really feel like all three of us are being equally focused on, or does it feel like Zephyr is getting talked to, and then like Ron when they explain things? Like how much pressure is there on me to be talking during that last meeting?
That guy looks like he is as invested in all three of you as anybody has been.
Yeah, I think Teddy would just kind of glance at it in the fast way of like, nobody's telling me my house is burning down, but not respond to it unless somebody was telling them their house is burning down.
It's from somebody that you like know from X-Brawl.
Yeah.
And it's like the only thing you can see without going into it, which would require taking out your phone and looking at it, which who knows what consequences there would be for that. It just says, "Hey, I've got a really interesting opportunity for you. Can you?"
Oh man. Can you is a tempting one. I think Teddy would like expand the notification with that kind of thing. Actually, wait, no, because
Make
it's like an
a
interesting opportunity, and the last time this happened, that was the last time this happened, it was just a like, do you want to cheat thing. So they
Yeah.
don't immediately open. They'll wait till the meeting's over.
okay. Good decision.
They would have
Although he might not notice.
thing.
So the message reads, "Hey, I've got a really interesting opportunity for you. There's a a minor celebrity dance off for charity tomorrow. if you wanted to go, we could do the that routine that we did, and you are reminded of a martial arts routine that you did with this person some time ago as part of like X-Brawl Entertainment when you were both slightly injured.
Yeah, Teddy sends back like a full meme of like thumbs up, and then a moment later, where and what time?
He sends you like filled out entry form with the time and everything, and your name and his name, and then his signature, or her signature, sorry,
Yeah.
at the bottom, and it like is dated from like 3 days ago, so it seems very much like she just decided you were going to do it.
Yeah.
And then panicked because you won a fucking X crawl during that time, and she's like,
Like-
"Are you even going to be in Kiradale?" But it's actually not for tomorrow. She got the date wrong as well because she's like kind of very scattered the same way that you can be. It's in 2 days' time. It's at like midday in the main park of Kiradale where Ron had his thing, and it's
How much?
mm,
How arm intensive is this routine?
it depends
Oh, right.
on your ability to describe the routine, but I'm happy to say not very.
Okay.
It's like
Or
mostly
just, yeah, cool.
yeah, like you can. There's not an enormous amount of arm stuff that like you can't just flip to the other
Yeah.
arm in your
Yeah,
chosen martial art.
Teddy replies back, sure glad you remembered to tell me, winky face, and then like checks the date like 2 or 3 times, and says, guys, it's today's Monday, right?
It's Tuesday.
No, it's Tuesday.
Yeah, okay, then okay. Well, okay. And Teddy replies back, but I'll see you. This is this whole thing is supposed to be Thursday, right? Not Wednesday?
The response is no, but it's Wednesday today.
No, today's Tuesday. I just checked.
Because I stayed up overnight Sunday. Anyway, if you want to practice, let me know. We can practice on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. Both Wednesday and tomorrow are caps.
Teddy sends back the enthusiastic thumbs up again, and is like, after that conversation ends, turns to the other two and is like, hey, if you guys like silly dance competitions, I guess I'm signed up for one in a couple of days.
Oh, okay. That'd be fun to go watch. Good support.
Yeah, and maybe like I don't know, it might help with collecting sponsors or something. It is kind of meant for, I guess it's meant for like, yeah. Anyway,
Meant for.
Anyway,
Is it like?
I don't really actually. I actually need to look this up because I just got the sponsorship form sent to, or the application sent to me, and my friend
Ron-
forgot to tell me that we're gonna go.
Ron, you have been out of work for long enough that you have at some point been in your house at midday with a TV on, watching what everybody watches at midday, which is The Vista. It's a bunch of women arguing about things, but every once a month they have a day.
okay.
I'm moving past
got
that.
it.
All right.
I got it. I got it.
Every once a month they have a day where they're like, hey, we've got some local Kiradale celebrities in. It's also the Kiradale Vista, so it's like they're arguing about Kiradale related problems.
Yeah,
So they
very
have like
local
minor
they'd have to
celebrities
be.
come in, and sometimes it's like it's people that did like track and field in their past. It's people that did like debate team in their past, and they do like a comedy debate. It's like it's minor comedians who are roasting somebody, and that's probably what Teddy has been signed up to do, a dance version of that, like minor celebrity.
Hmm.
Like they call it exposing the Vista because it's all about getting exposure for people, but people don't love that term.
Correct.
One of the hosts is
It's not
one
really
of the hosts
like
is Funtime Steve Austin.
it's not really
That's a
like
great
a big thing. It's just like it's like a Caravel public TV event.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad because if I'd gotten signed up for something big and told about it today when she thought it was going to be tomorrow, that would have been kind of rough. But to be fair, I guess my life has gotten busier lately. But yeah, so I'll be doing that, and I'm sure I can get you two in, maybe Milo too. Duck's gonna be still gone for a while, right?
Milo's also going to be gone for the Thursday.
Got him.
Oh no, it's not that long a drive. Also, Milo
Any-
doesn't drive, so he's clearly taking some kind of public transport.
Hmm.
So
Is there
EPI
like
is
a-
like really
yeah.
evil, right? Because that's like 40% of our winnings feels like a lot. Though I guess having a
Yeah,
physio would be
no,
really
that one.
nice.
I think I'm already out on EPI and on Vesta because they were incredibly rude and didn't even
I didn't even write.
unprofessional.
I
So
didn't write them down. I mean, they're not going to go.
I wrote
for
them
us,
down
right?
for the knowledge of having the meeting, but I was immediately out. So
I mean, maybe I guess 40% feels like a lot, but
it is a lot, and
I mean, it's only a lot if the winnings are a lot, right? Like,
it's a lot. Period. It's 40% of our cash and our gold, which means even with what we have right now from Frank, anything in the future would be significantly less, even if we win.
Here's the thing. I don't really want to take it because that seems not great. I mean, they will pay for physiotherapists, so that's kind of good. But
I mean, yeah.
it feels like we'd be forced to put all our eggs in one basket. Kind of thought of that very much.
But,
it's the most flexible sponsorship though, because they're giving us a lot of varied stuff, like entry fees, hotel, pretty much any equipment, and a physiotherapist. Whereas like all of the others are a little bit more mixed bag or specific, I guess.
Hmm.
and
EPI wanting to be the sole sponsor too does not. The
Right.
fact that they normally don't do Division D teams and B want to be the sole sponsor, aside from vetting any smaller tiny sponsorships that we might have that are localized. I would like to know more about how Duck got involved in his contract with the company before we take out a team sponsorship with the company.
I thought he got like scouted, right? Or
Right, but still, I would like to have a chance to talk to Duck more about what his contract entails outside of this training camp thing that he's at.
I personally, again, I'm not going to hide the fact that I'm a little bit more money forward. Right?
No, that's why I
felt like
have you
the
guys come to these meetings.
Periux was the best major sponsorship, but maybe I kind of just don't understand the benefits of having support staff, because like
the main thing for having support
a lot
staff
of
any
them,
kind.
yeah, a lot of them like included, we'll like throw in this, we'll throw in nutritionist, physiotherapist, like subsidies support staff. I don't really like, why do we need a coach?
So that I'm not managing all of the admin work.
no, that's why I don't think.
That's why you need a manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Like-
manager would be so that I'm not doing all the admin work.
Yeah, no,
And
no.
we're
The
not doing it all ourselves.
manager, I can understand.
The coach
Well,
maybe
I
we
mean-
don't need, but a manager, I think we do eventually want to get a manager. That way, we are not the
Right.
ones trying to arrange all of our travel, all of our hotels, all of
I
the things that are
don't
administrative
think-
work.
I don't think that's included in the Crawlers Alliance offer. I could be wrong.
Okay, so
They included
It's just
every
people.
single type of support staff.
Any kind of
Okay.
support staff.
So it is
If you wanted to
managers.
hire the equivalent of a cabin child who just follows you around and does your bidding, like a personal assistant, it would
A little
include that.
caddy.
Yeah,
like-
a caddy.
Yeah, a
A caddy's a better way. Also,
Okay.
above board,
Well-
some of these support staff give you bonuses.
Yes,
Yeah.
Teams that
I
do have
I
them
understand
exist,
that as
Yeah.
Andrew,
Yeah.
but I don't think Ron gets
Yeah,
it.
Ron is being.
No.
It's
he's
like, why?
saying
What
as
am I
Ron.
As
going
long
to
as
do
you-
with the nutritionist?
yeah. Wait a second. Okay. You neither of you think we need like an expert? Like
I
An expert.
this is
I
my
don't
first
know.
time I've ever been in X Crawl. I'm kind of okay with having a coach if we can get
I
one.
just feel like we've been doing
I think-
well.
In terms of support staff that are of an immediate need, I would argue most heavily for a manager. That way, we can have the burden of administrative things lifted from us. And then
Yeah.
once that has been the case, then we can look into coaches or nutritionists or other things of that nature.
Yeah,
That's my 2 cents.
I feel like we're getting off topic slightly. What I meant was that like the subsidies for these people that they're offering, I don't feel like it's that critical.
At this immediate stage, no, but it could be useful at a mid-season check-in. You might go, oh, this could be a useful thing to actually invest in. But for right now, I
So-
understand your feelings, Ron.
So if we're going to take one major sponsorship, getting a bus permanently feels like the best move. Because that
Having the entry fee and travel cost covered would be a significant help towards us being able to go to more crawls. This is true.
And I mean, I guess then we could spend our money. I guess the thing that's
also
And then
just
we can do our
thinking
equipment as we
about-
like.
Thinking about when we hit the mid-season and we want to re-up, we drop Periex, we still get the benefit going forward, continuing on in a minor way, not the whole thing, but we still keep the bus. All these other sponsorships, if we choose to switch it up, we're losing what they're giving us.
Yes. Okay.
Um,
I agree that Periox is the one company that was best in terms of immediate need of helping to cover transportation and being able to even enter into more crawls. And that would leave us room to maybe take up a minor sponsorship with. Did Hercules say that they could do a minor, or were they looking for major most?
They can do an equipment sponsorship for you, like
Which would
is
be considered a minor one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess my problem is I don't even know where to begin to start the math to figure out like what is good versus what isn't good, because like didn't Periox say something about like only helping out a couple members of the team? I didn't write that down.
No, they would wear it's 1 patch per person. Is more so just that they are not in the major equipment realm. So for Ron's particular desire of looking for a plate mail sponsorship, they would not be the best
I think
way
you
to do
might
that.
you might have been thinking about Hercules. They said that they really only had Marshall equipment.
Yes, that's I think
Oh,
that's what you're
okay.
thinking of Teddy is
So
Hercules
they don't have
is primarily in the
anything
melee based
off.
realm for equipment, so it would just not be as big of a help for myself
Okay.
and Duck. But the rest of you it could be useful for. 'Cause they do both weapons and armor.
Well, maybe who do we not want to go with? So we're EPI.
Definitely a no on
no.
Vesta and EPI.
Well, I mean Vesta, like they
Yeah.
told us they wouldn't even deal with
They
it.
told us no anyway, so that is
Um,
fine.
And Ballyhoo, you seemed very anti-wearing the sports.
Yeah, Teddy, you were
I'm
very
not
against
super
Ballyho.
into it
just
either,
from me, or
to
just
be honest.
I guess, I mean,
The thing is, it would be a minor sponsorship. So if we wanted to supplement, I feel like if we wanted to go with Periox, it would be a good potential minor for equipment.
yeah, and I guess
clothing
it's
needs.
fine, like, because they did say I could do, like, a cape or something. It's just, I really don't want to, like, you can, like, get typecast into stuff,
That's true.
and I don't want to get, like, stuck. I don't want to do this I don't want to do X-Roll forever, right? And when I leave X-Crawl, I don't want to be, like, minor commercials and, modeling, because, I'm really not into modeling. It's like,
And also, I
I
feel
mean,
like
it makes money, but
it is a minor sponsorship, but there's a difference between a patch and an outfit type being kind
That's
of
true.
locked into
And-
that.
and having to change it, like, every time they've got new clothing, then it's like, I don't know if they're doing, like, figures or, posters or stuff, but, like, it really starts to look really cash grabby.
You know,
Okay.
I feel like
If both of you are not into it, then we don't have to go for it. And if you think that Duck and Milo wouldn't be into it, then we can cross them out of the list.
maybe it does maybe bring up something that we should talk about with the others. It's like, what do we want to coordinate? Like the vibe. I mean, I'm wearing plate mail, obviously, but like I could ditch the cape and go for something more modern, or we could lean more into like the classic crawler clothing.
I'm trying to remember,
Real
what does
adventurer stuff.
I want to remember who with the tailor that we got, the tailor coupon. Did most people get something for not to wear during crawls?
Duck, I think, specifically got something for crawl.
Because I think I got
Three
something
of
for
three
crawls.
of you got stuff for the crawls, and Milo and Ron got suits.
That's right. Okay. I mean, we do already have a semi-coordination going on thanks to our initial selections.
Nope.
Nope.
Not even a little bit.
Not really. Yeah, that's not that. That's why Ron's
You
bringing.
are
But I guess we got to
wearing-
get our own style.
Because
That's right.
Duck's wearing like
Yeah.
the varsity jacket.
Oh, that's right. Right.
Teddy is wearing like leather,
We all
like
got custom
wrap,
stuff. Yeah.
like Jedi cyberpunky stuff. Yes, am I wrong?
Yeah, like, it's not
Which
really
is-
leather.
which
it's,
is
fabric.
more of a vibe. Like that's more, I
Yeah,
think, of a
yeah. More akin to fantasy.
flexible thing. And then
Yeah.
I forget.
I've got
Zeph,
my
what
stuff
you're
is
wearing.
pretty fantasy esque.
As you're describing the options of, like, coordination, Teddy is just, like, showing you different ways that they can set up their outfit.
It's mostly Duck.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Mostly Duck that's very set in the modern realm.
to an extent, I think Milo's stuff is like a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't.
Zeph
mean,
is
there's-
wearing quite modern clothes, if I remember correctly.
What did you get made?
I mean,
don't know.
it's athletic wear, but I think I had it be stylized to be more fantasy
I mean, a
esque.
lot of people.
Like a
Robish.
tunic. It's like
wear-
a tunic versus like a hoodie. I have a
yeah,
cape.
a lot of people don't wear fantasy styling clothes.
Yeah. I'm like kind
Yeah.
of like at the bridge between full fantasy and modern. I would say. Kind of
Yeah,
50-50
which is
Also,
for the cut.
It's very important. I've said endless possibilities incorporated this whole time. It's eternal possibilities.
sure.
Let me
Um,
the
Because
extended menu.
their logo is a hourglass.
Ah, yes.
If they're a dragon, they're a particular time dragon type.
Chronomancy.
They're a chrono dragon.
Okay, so if we wanted to focus more on look cohesion, Ballyhoe could be a good mark. If we don't care so much about look cohesion and more so just about not being potentially locked into modeling clothing, then we can perhaps then do a minor equipment sponsorship with Hercules and major with Periox.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, because like
Teddy?
there's
Unless we want to like
assign.
search a bit more for minors.
Well, we again, this
Uh,
is also these are to mid-season, so we can always choose to end at mid-season or continue on.
If we were
Mid-season
gonna
is several
do,
months. So
Yeah,
go
we
ahead.
have we have
if we're
until the
gonna
fall.
do Hercules, do we want to do like the 26%? Because that sounds like pretty much what the crawlers are doing. Or
Well, I
do we
think
want to hit the variable stuff?
if we did the minor, the terms like way different.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was for so the minor. From my understanding of Marcus's proposal, is that if we were to do a major sponsorship with Hercules, that's when they would want the 26% cash winnings, plus equipment stuff, or we can just and then they would get the major, the right chest spot for the branding with the patch, or we can just do an equipment sponsorship only, which would be considered minor.
As you're talking, like Teddy is like doing their best, like sit upright and can remain like engaged with this whole thing, and like as it's going on, Teddy has just like slumped like an inch every 10 minutes, and by the
Every
time
time.
that we've got to this point in the conversation, Teddy's like halfway through, like down to the chair, and like their papers are spread out even further, and they're like, yeah, um, can we get some lunch? Can we
It's
continue?
yes.
it's 3 in the afternoon. Like, just so you know, these things have been going for hours.
Can we
Totally
get
different.
can we get a drink?
There's
You're right.
coffee
It's
in
too
there.
late.
You had coffee and water.
It's happy
Yeah.
hour. I don't think that's what they meant.
Yeah.
So, Zeb, can you, assuming that you will call Marcus to be like, hey, what's your equipment only sponsorship
Yeah.
deal?
Yeah, I'll send
Can
an
you make
email
me a
about it.
persuasion check?
Can I give advantage?
If it's an email, no, but if it's a call,
I'll do a call. Yeah.
probably.
I think since it's still business hours, I would give him a quick call.
Yeah, I'll
rather
let
than
you. I'll
email
let
it.
you give advantage through the sacred
would-
comedy art of pantomiming.
I'm like plate mail emphasized. It's like it's big, I wear it.
Oh, I didn't go
30-20 is not bad.
There's only one roll.
Start. That
It'll be
covered
dirt
on
20.
that crit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What's his fucking bonus?
Plus 12.
He will offer you. No, he's not. There was a plus 12 somewhere in here.
Yeah.
Still.
He says, yes, equipment only. And you know what? I like you. We'll do less than one part. We'll do 12%.
Excellent. Okay.
Oh,
So
$1.
yes.
No sliding scale for equipment. Easier to work out.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Minimum. He's trying to work out the minimum. Minimum $100 per quote. So if you win 500, we take 100. If
Understood.
you win 1,000, we take 120.
Great. Okay, so we are going to say yes to. Gotta get my green pen out here. We're going to say yes to Hercules as a minor. And we're going to say yes to Periox as a major.
Can we, just to make it easy numbers wise, can we say 2/7 is rounded to 28%?
What percentage is it?
It's 28.5 numbers. It's 0.285, whatever. So it's 28.5 something.
Make a persuasion check for the 1% in either direction. This being a post persuasion check.
And
And
then
I
that
will
means-
let Ron do it with advantage because you beat her with the fame check before.
Nice.
Didn't do it for me as well. Okay. Oh, I didn't click advantage. That's because I'm a dummy. I forgot that you can't shift it. Yeah!
If she beats you,
Get
it's
that
still gonna be
0.5%.
For such a minor.
no. Despite her being the best negotiator, she says, "Oh, you know what?" She says, you know what? Yes, let's round it down for you."
To 28%. Okay.
This makes it
And
a
then we're
lot
just
easier.
saying, and then we're saying
Yes.
no to Crawler's Alliance for now.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we
Because
can
they just wanted to
revisit
do
that.
they wanted to do major. We can revisit that mid-season.
Yeah, when we were like, well, maybe we should be getting support staff. But right.
Right now. Okay.
I'm just gonna read these out for now, just in case we want to revisit them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if the other two have a big opinion, I'm happy to retcon.
All green.
I mean,
Charlie, go. Charlie, go.
I think Teddy like sits there for a while, like trying to formulate their thoughts. And then finally says, "Okay, so I'm fine with it because like I don't think I'm ever gonna really want to go with Ballyho. But do we have any sense that like that offer would be the same at mid-season? Because like we're in a pretty good position now because we look pretty good, but it's gonna get harder."
No, I'm. Ron will say, I mean, I'll be honest. There's a great chance that that might change, and it might get better. It might get worse if we keep winning. They might
Or at
want
least
us
placing
more.
well.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think I
Consistently
don't think we
top
need
four.
to.
That could
Yeah,
be-
it's this. We had 6 meetings, right? And which is, I would say, after culling quite a few other emails that I immediately just started for their terrible offers. I think the 6 meetings we have had and coming out with 2 for sure's, and then with the Crawler's Alliance being a maybe for down the line to look back into, I think that's a pretty good balance to have for our first set of trying to find sponsors.
Okay.
I
And
don't
like
think it's shut the door. I think it's just a temporary pause.
and like all this math stuff, it's working out that they're doing a lot for us that we couldn't like already be doing for ourselves. Because like I don't know the.
I mean, can you
Yes.
afford a travel bus?
I mean, it depends on where the next places are too, right? Because if we're not.
And a driver for the whole season?
It will allow us to travel more without having to worry about us being the ones having to drive and arrange this kind of
Also,
stuff.
it is again a double-decker tour bus where you can all sleep on the
Yeah.
bus, so you're not paying for hotels on the way. And the bus is
will
a
allow
great
us to
deal
do stuff out of
because
state.
you roll
Technically,
well,
we probably
you
wouldn't
leverage your bet.
have to pay for hotels if we were like really trying
Correct.
to
We can
save
just sleep on
money.
the bus.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's really
Yes.
good. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're
That-
saying, Teddy, is that not only do they help us cover entry fee and travel costs, but it is a sleeping bus. So we can sleep, semi comfortably on a bus.
Yeah, it's not a comfortable sleeping bus. You would want
Right.
to get hotels
Probably wanna
when
get
you're
hotels.
doing rolls.
Like for the after
But-
crowd.
No.
But if we want to travel out of state on a trip that would take more than 1 or 2 days, we can sleep through the
definitely
night in the travel
expands
time.
the crawls that you can go to because it's somebody else driving, and none of you technically are working, so you don't even miss work time.
Okay. Yeah. So that's.
Yeah, I mean, if Teddy wants, Ron would be like, okay, so like here are the numbers, and be like, and we carry it over, and okay, so we're losing out on this, and potential earnings is this, and so like this is what we're getting out of it, but like you gotta consider like opportunity costs, and like he's going over like.
Yeah.
He doesn't like this in particular, but since you asked, he's like, "Oh, fine, I will do my math stuff that I did a job for."
The bus turns out pretty good because you're not paying for gas for it, you're not paying the driver, you're not paying the upkeep for it until like you're not sponsored by them.
Oh.
But but like, it is hotels on the way. It's the ability to not have somebody stressing about driving a quite big bus the whole time.
I don't
It's
quite like the
the ability
Paradox
to go
logo,
further.
actually.
Yeah, I do like it too.
Yes, I changed it because I liked that one much more, and it was in a slightly weird spot. But that is all we have time for this week. In fact, it is
Past time.
18 minutes, a lot more than we had
Oh,
time
yeah. We started late.
for. We started a bit late. But thank you for playing the interviewing 6 different sponsors game. I enjoyed it. It's a fun little look into the corporate world that you're going to get more and more involved in as the crawls go on. We will be back, I'm pretty sure, next week with the full cast to see the
Believe
dance
so.
off in the park and some other stuff coming up. Let me double check.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, doesn't look. I don't see anything.
Yes.
Mhm.
Great. Next week, everything is good.
We close on a scene of Teddy like painstakingly trying to follow Ron. And then,
He's just got a
This
calculator
paperwork.
out, like.
yeah,
All right.
one of those
Goodbye
calculators
for
with
now.
the reel.
Goodbye.